Hi guys, so let's have a look at how we insert a fade and then edit it with the JAWS scripts in Melodyne 5. So I've got this phrase selected, which is actually 3 blobs merged together. Okay, that I just. And what we're going to do is we're going to scrub onto the word that and insert a fade. Okay, so I'll make sure I'm at the right position. I think it's bar 10.
9, 10.
I'll move the cursor there with enter.
Transport cursor moved to current position.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is lock the left mouse button and then just scrub onto that word that.
Locked. Unlocked.
Let's do it there. I'm going to make sure the fade tool is selected with number 7 on the numbers row.
Fade tool selected.
And press the letter F.
Add a fade dialog. Are you sure you want to add a fade? No button. Alt, yes button. Alt
Yes,
plus
we
Y.
do.
Enter. Untitled star. Done. Inserted a fade and returned the cursor back to the transport at your last position.
Okay, let's have a listen
10,
to that.
9.
From bar 9.
Transport cursor.
Is this feeling that I just... Is this feeling that I just...
Okay, so you can hear that fade happening there. It's pretty subtle, but you can definitely hear it.
Transport.
Is this feeling that I just...
Okay, so let's edit that fade and maybe move this curve up or down. So I'll go back to bar 10.
10. Transport cursor moved to current position.
Because that's the point in which I started my scrub with. As I've got the fade tool already selected.
Selected tool colon. Fade tool.
Okay, because you do need the fade tool selected to find a fade. I'm going to press Alt and right bracket to move automatically onto it.
Fade.
Okay, so we've found the fade. Press Alt and backspace.
What do you want to do with this fade dialog? List 1, list view. Move fade left. 1 of 5.
Okay, we can move it left and right.
Move fade right. 2 of 5.
Up,
Move fade curve up left parent steep slope right parent. 3 of 5.
which is a steep slope.
Move fade curve down left parent shallow slope right parent. 4 of 5.
Okay, down is a shallow one. And finally,
Remove fade. 5 of 5.
you can remove the fade. So let's move the fade down.
Move fade curve down left parent shallow slope right parent. 4 of 5.
Okay, the fade curve. So this will be a shallower slope, so we should, it should make the gap a little bit more obvious.
OK button. Alt plus enter. Untitled star. Move fade curve. Dialog. Enter the number of pixels you want to move this fade curve down by edit.
Okay, I'm going to put in 160 pixels here. The amount you put in here, is very subjective, and all I can say is that just have a play with it, get your own values that work for you, and you'll soon find what results you get with certain values. It's very difficult for us not being able to see the screen and just drag it to where we can see it visually. We have to kind of experiment with certain amounts. So I've put in 160 pixels, tap to OK.
0. OK button. Enter. Untitled star.
And then we'll just leave it and it's doing that operation.
Done. Move the fade curve down 160 pixels and return the cursor back to the transport at your last position.
Okay, so let's have a listen to that.
10. 9.
Go back to bar 9.
Transport cursor.
Is this feeling that I just don't know?
Okay, so that was much more obvious.
Transport cursor.
Is this feeling that I just don't know?
Okay, so that's how you move the curve down or up or whatever. So let's move it right a little bit, just a touch. So go back to bar 10.
10.
Press enter to move us there.
Transport cursor moved to current position.
I'm going to press Alt and right bracket because I do know they've got the fade tool already selected.
Fade.
And there's the fade, Alt and backspace.
What do you want to do with this fade dialog? List 1, list view. Move fade left. 1 of 5. Move fade right. Move fade curve up left parent steep. Move fade right. 2 of
So
5.
we'll move it right a touch.
OK button. Enter. Move fade dialog.
I'm just going to put in 12 pixels.
2. OK button. Enter. Untitled star. Done. Move the fade.
Let's have a listen.
10. 9. Transport.
Is this feeling that I just don't know?
Okay, like I said, very subtle, but that's an obvious fade. Okay, so let's move back to bar 10.
10. Transport cursor moved to current position.
And this time we're going to remove it. So I'll press Alt and right bracket.
Fade.
Okay, press Alt and backspace.
What do you want to do with this fade dialog? List 1, list view. Move fade left. 1 of 5.
Okay, I'm going to arrow down to remove fade.
Remove fade. 5 of 5. OK button. Alt plus O. Enter. Remove fade dialog. Are you sure you want to remove this fade? No button. Alt plus N. Yes button. Alt
Yes,
plus Y.
we do.
Enter. Untitled star. Done. Remove the fade and return the cursor back to the transport at your last position. 10. 9. Transport cursor moved to current position.
Let's have a listen.
Is this feeling that I just don't know?
Okay, and the fade has gone. So what I would say is that when you're working with fades, it is pretty tricky to get it exactly how you want it because the fades are so subtle. Often you're working with very small blobs, so increasing the zoom ratio and zooming in a little bit may help. There are a couple of issues that I've come across when inserting and removing fades, and also moving a fade too far left or too far right, and that's simply because they can disappear and maybe the curve is just diminishing, or it's being hidden underneath a separation or something like that. But I've written this all out in the documentation, but hopefully this demo has shown you what you can do with fades using the scripts.